Hey there, corner dweller, Spectre 531, talking to you about something very important today. Alright, hey there, corner dwellers. Well, today, I'll talk to you about something very important, something that you have to do. Okay, unfortunately, my mom passed away, and it was devastating to me. But before she passed, she was, of course, in the hospital and everything. So, I was constantly there checking up on her and everything because, well, she was my mom, and she was my best friend. In fact, she was like the only one in this entire world that I knew I could depend on no matter what. And while she was laid up there in the hospital, Mom went through this spell where she just wasn't eating at all, okay? And everybody in my family that I know, because I got a huge family, but I really don't know them too much, but everybody in my immediate family, when we're extremely sick, we don't eat. We can't eat. That's just something that goes on there. So, I was visiting Mom in the hospital and everything, and they were telling me, okay, well, Spec, your mom is not eating or anything, so, maybe you can get her to eat and whatnot. So I said, sure, I'll try. Do whatever I can for my mom. And Mom, she was laid up there. She was happy to see me, but she was weak and everything. And I told her, Mom, you have to eat something. And Mom was always a fighter. She was like, Spec, you know very well that if I don't feel like eating, I'm not going to eat and everything. And I said, Mom, but you got to try to put something in you because you're just wasting away like this. And she told me, Spec, I'll eat when I feel like it, but right now I'm just not feeling it. So I was like, well, Mom, I'm going to come back up here to this hospital tomorrow. I'm going to have something probably much better than this junk that they're trying to give you. Maybe you'll be able to stomach that and everything. She said, yeah, okay, whatever. So, because apparently she thought it was kind of a pointless venture for me to even try. But I went ahead and tried it anyway. And I'll say about 5 minutes after I got home or work wherever I was. No, I was back at home. About 5 minutes after I got home, one of her doctors called me and said, Spec, your mom just isn't eating and things like that, and we need to get her vitamins and protein up and everything so she can start getting out of here and everything. And I said, yeah, I know. I'm 100% with you on that. And they said, well, there's this pill that we want to give her, but we need your permission first. And it's going to help out with her appetite and everything. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the name of this pill? She told me the name of it. Nothing rang any bells with me or anything, so I'm like, okay, and it's going to help her eat and everything, get her appetite up. She's like, yeah, that's exactly what it's for and everything. So I was like, cool, all right, yeah, go on and give it to her. Then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That pill sounds too familiar to me. And then I went online and typed it up. Thank you, Google and Internet. But anyway, I went online and typed it up. And it turns out this pill is a doggone antipsychotic medication. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Mom, Mom wasn't out of her mind or anything. She just wasn't eating. An antipsychotic? No, player. No, we are not rolling with that. because sure enough, I wanted my mom to eat, but I didn't want her to be a doggone zombie, and the doctor never told me that it was an antipsychotic. She just said that it would be a pill that would help her gain her appetite back. That is all she said. So I called her back immediately. I'm like, wait a minute. And I got her nurse practitioner and not her. I said, ma'am, okay, the doctor just called me and asked me if mom could take this pill, and I had told her yes, but I decided against it just because I just don't want her to have that one. Nurse practitioner was like, oh, okay, well, we won't give it to her then. And I'm like, thank you very much and everything. Now, about, I'll say an hour, maybe 2 hours later, the doctor calls me talking about, well, okay, we got the message that you didn't want her to have it, but I would like to ask why. And I'm like, I just don't want my mother to have that. I don't want to go into all the details about it and everything. I'm like, I just do not want my mom to have that medication there. Check this out, corner dwellers. But it's going to help with her depression. I mean, that's exactly how she said it. And I'm looking like, wait a minute. Depression? Chick, you said that it was just supposed to help with her eating. You said nothing about her depression. Because I know why mom was sad, because she was sick. She was not able to get up and walk around like she normally does. So, yeah, that was taking a toll on her. You said nothing about her depression. Period. This is what I'm saying in my mind, and that's what made me know that I'm going to have to constantly check up on these people. And that's what you have to do too, corner dwellers. If someone you love is stuck in the hospital and everything, do not trust that the doctors just immediately know what they're doing. Because some of them, all they want to do is push meds off on people and just get paid. Okay? All they care about is their job. All you care about is your loved one sitting up there. So question things, my friends, okay? Make it so that these people get tired of you. Make it so that you are like a hovering shadow over everyone that you love in their care. Because that's the way you're going to get results. Okay, now, I'm not saying be belligerent and be a butthole, because then you're still leaving your loved ones' life in their hands. But what I am saying is, don't let anyone just pull the wool over your eyes, because my mom would have been a doggone zombie here if I had let that medication enter her system. Now I'm so glad that I had the sense to come look it up, see exactly what it was, and then tell them, no, halt that immediately. And glory to God and everything. I went there the very next day. My mother was hungry. Okay, she wanted to eat something. I brought all this different stuff from the stores and everything. Stuff that she'd be able to keep down, because that was something else with mom. She really couldn't open her mouth that wide anymore. So I had gotten these like little applesauce type packets. It was supposedly real fruit, but ground up into applesauce type texture. And it was in a pouch, so you just squeezed it on through, and it went through. She was like, Spec, that was delicious. Do you have any more? I brought mom a whole big box of that stuff. And Jell-O with fruit in it and everything from one of her cousins' suggestions. And, I sat there while mom just kind of filled up on all that little stuff. And I was so glad to see that my mom was back in action. So, corner dwellers, I'm not going to dwell too much more on anything, but what I do want you to do is, if there's somebody's life in their hands that you love, you be diligent and you make sure to ask all the questions you need to know, and you make sure to stay on top of them, because They don't mind experimenting with your loved ones. So on that note, Corner Dwellers, this is Spectre 531 delivering some real important message to you all. If you feel the notion, feel free to hit the subscribe button and that little bell right next to it. Hit the like button so you can share this with other people because they need to know. They really need to know about certain experiences that have gone on. So, anyway, on that note, Corner Dwellers. Oh, and drop a comment if you feel like doing so. So, on that note, Corner Dwellers, this is Spectre 531, fading away.